I see. Maybe they're gonna play a standard Supreme Straight map. The big downside these guys have now, starting metals, starting build power, and starting metal income is gonna be lower because of they have too fewer commanders, too fewer players. So and also they're already lower OS, vastly outnumbered, vastly outnumbered. What's the plan? They're gonna communism with LLTs. Well, they're gonna try hard. Imagine having real life commitment. Yeah, I wasn't allowed to join. I asked Kyoma. He said no. I mean, it makes sense. If your team is not showing up, why should you get an advantage by having a high OS join them? So I mean, if they can hold mid, they could recover. They'd still be behind. They could have a chance, you know, because lack of starting metals and starting build power. They could hold, but these guys, alright, they're not gonna be stupid. They're probably just gonna push and kill him from mid side. They have Watch Me Do This and Immort on the front line. They have their two higher OS guys. Like Watch Me Do This is a very good frontliner, and Boss the Bell right behind him on the Geo spot. Boss the Bell is an excellent player, and maybe they'll contest the Seas just to take the mexes. As to be seen. Yeah, but on team, yeah, no bonus. You don't need a bonus though, because you don't lose OS because this was force started. Although the bonus would have been nice, you know, just give him a small chance. You know, like maybe a 10% bonus. Just get a bit more resources for the team. Alright, these guys are already higher OS than them. Let's see what Watch Me Do This is. He's doing no mix, rush. Two windmills. I'm guessing he got windmills donated. Oh, okay, there you go. He got windmills and mexes donated to him. So he's gonna get all the reclaim mid. He's gonna secure it. But this res bot, he's building more windmills. Honestly, I don't think energy is gonna be a problem for him since this guy is making windmills for him. I'd make either keep boosting or make the mexes. There is no cash prize, but the dev said they might do something nice for the winners. Might. The bracket, it's in the announcement to Discord. If you click on it, it's called Challenge, the website. Maybe someone can post it for you. There we go. Kyoma did. And he's getting vexes. Already early aggression from Kyoma, from Watch Me Do This. He's not showing any mercy. He doesn't care that they are outnumbered. He's just gonna destroy him. Oh, what? One tick got through. For how much longer? Oh, that might. Scouts. Blossom's getting some scouts in. These guys, they needed some massive early aggression to stand a chance. Unfortunately, they didn't. They didn't share labs. And they're playing it kind of standard. Outlaw is going for hovers. And unfortunately for him, Slizer did go C, and he's making ships. These guys are playing it like somewhat standard, you know? Happen is going for these mexes. Interesting. He's not going for these. What's Descoop doing? He's going just standard. Standard vehicle strat. Master Bell. He's gonna go for the Geo. Did not build his mex even. Blossom, Air, and an equal probably tech. Yeah, he's going for T2 lab backwards for some reason. That's the wrong way, sir. These mexes not taken. They're gonna be so far behind. Already, look at this. Look at the equal difference. Bear in mind the commanders also produce metals on their own. 2 metals and 25 energy a second. On top of the storage they have, and on top of the starting metals you receive for having an extra player. 1,000 extra starting metals, and they was it what 1,200 energy starting. So they are so far behind, and they're losing on the front lines. They didn't do enough frontline aggression to be able to secure the win. They're struggling. This is just watch me do this. They're struggling against, right? He's the only one doing damage against them, and they're struggling. Immort is going for titles. That's very BM. Very close to the enemies, and he's making titles. Yeah, I don't think he's worried about losing here. Here come the hovers. Can he intercept them with the ships? He did make Riptides. They're kind of slow. I don't think he can, but Lostdeadman has his commander here. Might get 1 or 2. Yeah, Flo, it's unfortunate. The whole team did not show up. Quite unfortunate. Oh, Lostdeadman self-deed his commander. I almost thought it got sniped. He's gonna do some damage, but the LLT is too strong against these Seekers. They're very low HP. They're weak. They're like ticks. Like little ticks. Actually, what's the HP of a tick? 61. Actually, I have more HP than a tick, but still very fragile, right? More like a pawn, I suppose. But much more expensive. They are duking it out in mid. Immort just, I suppose he's just feeding. Watch me do this. I see. He's taking mexes. He's making windmills. He's making titles and just feeding it all to watch me do this. Essentially communizing one lab. And he's also receiving units from this scoop. So he has both bots and vehicles. That is why he's the only one dealing damage on his team, except Slicer maybe. And Immort with his commander and LLTs. On this side, Mako is taking these mexes. But Happiness is... Went C? I built a C lab right here. Interesting. And he's taking this island. And they've taken this island. Watch me do this. And his team are way ahead. I don't think they stand much of a chance unless they do something crazy. They have 14k more metal produced. And 130k energy more. And they're losing the frontline battle. Essentially, it's essentially a 3v3 here. It's watch me do this. Immort and this group's resources poured into this front line. And they're losing it. And Bearmite? Lostdeadman just ecoed, right? He teched. Yeah, he went T2. He's making his mexes. He's making his geo. This guy also teched. He's gonna go for Aphis. My god, they actually think this match is gonna last as long. Happiness is taking his geo. Outlaw Elite has not taken his geo. Although Mako did tech. He does have these extra mexes, which allows him to tech. And autopilot tech, so they have 2 techers on their team and no air player. That is interesting, because Happiness is coming right in with this commander. He might build a forward lab. Or he might just try and calm bomb. Making bot labs here might not be such a bad idea with extra build power. And just pour out pawns. Save him up. He's going for vehicle lab, in fact. He will get spotted by this once he builds the beholder. Oh yeah, he sees it. He sees the pings, but he doesn't know what it is. They don't have much vision of the map. They only have the vision on the areas that they scouted with hovercraft. Uh-oh, he's gonna see. He's gonna see. Oh, never mind. But he knows there's something there. He has the radar. That's one upside of going bot lab. You can build it much faster, and you can build a jammer just as fast. But the vehicle lab is not a bad choice. They don't have an air player, no shurikens to stop him. He's going for a worker, I suppose, for extra build power. He doesn't have any energy until he finishes this. Yeah, the wind is going down. He's getting screwed by it. I suppose that's why he made titles. Not a bad idea, actually. Since they have such an advantage, it doesn't really matter for them. I was Blitzes destroyed Mako's entire base. Not entire, but a decent amount of it. His geo, he has no energy left. He's completely screwed. He hasn't even upgraded all his mexes. Only one of them, in fact. This is not looking good for them. This is not looking good. Look at the incomes. Maybe if autopilot, if they can hold long enough for autopilot to come online, but the problem is this guy's also scaling over here. Alright, equal scaling. Look at the windmill farm. Look at this farm. The blueprints being put down. And Blossom, again, they have an air player. These guys don't. Blossom decides to bob. There's nothing they can do. Watch me do this, taking on the front lines. What a guy. What a guy. He doesn't care. That's funny. He didn't share any T2 calls with his team. So this could protect as well. The Hounds versus, watch me do this here. He's gonna lose his calm. Yeah, he's gonna lose his calm. He does have a, oh, he's gonna get some kills maybe. He does have a, oh, I was gonna say energy storage. You can walk his commander for a bit. A bot lab is an interesting choice. Maybe a vehicle lab would have been better. You could make Mousers to deal with the Hounds. I suppose he's not worried at all. He's chilling. He's chilling. His team is making eco for him. And the enemy is way behind. Right? he's making brutes in their back line. It's so BM. Oh, sneaky, sneaky. Outlaw trying with the shipyard there. Didn't work out. He's gonna send part of his brutes here. And only 2 of them down here. He's not gonna do much damage, but he's gonna be diverting the Hounds. Whereas, while he can destroy Autopilot's base up here. Autopilot sprinters are not the answer, I don't think. They are very fragile. I think a sprinter would outright lose to a medium tank. Yeah, it definitely is gonna lose. Or not. Not if it's heavily microed. There you go. If you micro it heavily, he's not gonna lose. There you go. I'm wrong. They even have anti-nuke. They don't have like a plan. They have no choice to do it. They have nothing to do, right? Essentially. There's nothing they can do to win. I genuinely think we should give him a bonus. Right? 50% bonus. Just to give him a chance. Just 50%. You know? It's not that much. It's not that much. Just saying. And these guys are so high OS already. Still going. He's going for a T2 lab. Jesus Christ. And they don't have radar here, so they can't see. He's gonna dig on them all. Look at this. Oh god. Oh god, yeah. He's going for a T2 lab. This guy, he just needs more build power. That's it. He has an upgrade. He's upgrading them now, but he has no build power for this. He has a transport. He can move this. I guess APM stall. They are somehow still holding. Maybe not for much longer now that Watch Me Do This has Hounds. So unfortunate for this team. They did. The funny thing is they lasted longer than Hellhound's team did yesterday. Like they lost in 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes, and these guys are holding even that long and longer. 12 minutes now. They're holding. I suppose these guys didn't go all out, but they did feed one guy all the resources to fight on the front lines, and he's doing. Look at this. He's doing amazingly. Like the damage efficiency is very good. And Immort also getting some work in with his towers and his commander. What? He didn't share any T2s with his team, except this guy got it. I suppose he got it from the back line. And this guy's upgrading. So Mako's... He's not rebuilding his geo. He is now. He's going for the very explosive one. And he knows he doesn't have control of the sea. And he knows there's an enemy base right here. This is a bad choice, but he's making... Look at this, he's making Fat Boys. Fat Boys will destroy all the Huns. Maybe not the Bulls, though. And the Mousers. Oh, yeah. There you go. So he's getting a double lab. This guy's sending him vehicles and he's making bots. I think you should just stop making hounds, honestly. Stop making hounds. Make some spy bots OP. EMP everything and then just roll in and kill. Snipers could also work. For these heavy boys. I suppose you only spotted them right now. Because hounds are not the answer. And the bulls? Oh yeah, the bulls are dying too. Next match, I think we have to give him a bonus. This is so unfair. Yeah, the last night the matches were 10 minutes long. They lasted longer. I mean, look at these guys. They lasted longer. They held. I suppose these dudes, they did play quite a standard sprint straight match. So they didn't cheese them. And now he has tigers in the back line. Like, they still have not dealt with happiness's forward base here. The man's floating a lot of metals. If he had more build power, he could spit out more tigers, which he has on repeat. What, does he? No, he doesn't. Now, I mean, they're holding on valiantly. They're trying. Despite the no-shows, they're trying. Oh, yeah, they are so lobstered. What is autopilot up to? He's making gunslingers? Is the Wild West up here? The Wild West. Bombing run, there you go. Blossom noticed that they don't have any air. 10 bombers is gonna be enough to completely ruin them. Even if it's just T1 Cortex bombers. All those windmills, gonzo. I mean, the tigers were gonna lobster them anyway. One flak, a bit too late. Still trying. I think either we give him a bonus or they have to go for a mega cheesy strat to try and win this one. The next match, I mean. Oh my god, those bombers are destroying everything. Not a single windmill survived for Outlaw Elite. He still has his Geo, but that's it. One Geo. Autopilot making snipers and archangels. Mako tank. Desperately holding out with 3 dogs, 2 dogs, 1 dog. The last dog. Can the last dog survive? No, it can't. The bull's too strong. Too strong. Can whistlers beat tigers? They cannot. These guys only have T1s. They're going against T2s. Hordes of them. Resign, top right. Unfortunately. Is this the new meta in freeze rate? Just spamming windmills? I mean, they held. I'm just gonna say they held longer than X Factor's team did yesterday. Like almost as long as both games combined yesterday. Almost as long. Autopilot dragging it out. It's hiding his calm. I would just go out valiantly, degunning tigers. And here come the bombers. The bombers. Chi-chi. All the build power. GG's. Almost as long as both games combined. Mr. Autopilot, self-D time. Or D-gun time. One of those. Don't hide. Don't hide in the corner. Don't be like that. Gunslingers? Really? They're defeating the tigers? I suppose there's a lot of them. Autopilot building a bunker for himself. Will this save him? He's making anti-air. Unfortunately, they know where he is. They saw him. Oh, he built the He built a death pit for himself. Watch me do this with the golden cow. There we go. Let's see if we can add a bonus for them this time, you know? Maybe they can just do a 6v6. Or a 6v6, or, you know, either way.
I am so sexy.
Thanks for the sub, man.
Sometimes romance
Bistifs,
myself.
I appreciate it. I mean, if they want to, right? Just let them. Yeah, Jake, come on. It's more fun. It's more fun if it's not... If they're not massively outnumbered. Look at this. See? Descoop and Master Bell sitting this game out. 6v6 this time around. A lot more fair. A lot more fair. And the OS difference is not that high anymore now that Master Bell is out. Actually, yeah, they're very close in OS. For the most part. It's fine. You see? There you go. They can't spec. Yeah, they can't spec. They're gonna have to leave the lobby, unfortunately. They're gonna Descoop and Master Bell leave as speckers. You can add a 0% bonus as well. It doesn't have to be 1% to make it so they don't lose OS. Worrying about losing OS though, it's kind of meh. Well, I suppose they probably don't have zero uncertainty like me and watch me do this. Where we don't lose any. Happiness doesn't. This guy, oh, look at this. This team has too much uncertainty though. We lose almost no OS when we lose the game because we have zero uncertainty. And we almost gain nothing at all either. So, going to match 2 is going to be a 6v6. Far more honorable. Far more honorable than a 8v8. Uh, 8v6, I mean. Alright, going to match 2. A 6v6. Let's see if they can ignore the C's this time. It would be kind of bad to have 2 players on your team go C. So you're just down 4 people mid side. You could send amphibious cons. Going amphibious would not be a bad idea, right? You still have vehicle lab. Making amphibious con, you can get all those mexes and the island mexes. And like we said before, you can build radars to get line of sight and vision. So you have a bit more strategic depth by just being able to see what's coming for you. Oh, they're gonna do a lab share? No, they're not. They're not. All right. Oh, they are gonna do a lab share. Oh, that's. I think it's. Last time they spawned at different spots, but they essentially did a lab share, right? Essentially. Close enough, except he didn't use his build power to boost the units out. He used his build power to take mixes and make windmills. Nico spawning in the pond? How come? I'm assuming he misclicked, or maybe there you go. He's going for the geo spot. I wonder if anybody's gonna go C at all. I think it would be a mistake to go C. Like I said, amphibious or hovers, sure. Just to take the mexes at the very least and the islands. But going C, I don't know. You'd be a player down essentially. We have another lab share here. 2 lab shares, Mako and Autopilot. Oh, are they gonna rush? Oh, they're gonna rush hounds. We're gonna see a 3-minute hounds push this time around. Maybe 4 minutes. First hound is gonna arrive on the front line. Be interesting. Obviously, they don't have as much starting metals to share with each other. Let us see. So build lab here. They're gonna take this guy's gonna take these mexes, and Mako's gonna take these mexes, and then they're gonna send a worker to the Geo. One of them's gonna self-D maybe, so they can get the T2 lab up faster. We've seen this before. They rush out a bunch of hounds and push, but I don't think it was this team. I think it was Watch Me Do This team, if I'm not mistaken. The Crabbers. Okay, Immort. It's an interesting choice spawning there. I think that was a bit of a mistake. I think it would have been better to spawn down here. But I suppose he's going for the... Ah, I see. He wants the 4.3 megs. But that means they're not going to be taking these mexes anytime soon. Oh, he's going to go for the other 4.3 megs. Is he? No, he's going to the reclaim. Ah, he's going to build an LT probably. Blossom going in air lab. That's interesting. And this is Armada air, not Cortex air. This is a bit of a mistake because Cortex air can give you shurikens, which is extremely valuable. Eco, just maybe feeding his team again. Tiana is going a bot lab. No one on the Geo spot for them. Not on this side. Slicer going C. He's actually going C. This is a mistake, I think. Going a bot vehicle lab would have been better. You can send the amphibious cons to take all the mexes. And if you want to raid them, you can do it with Garpikes. Maybe he's gonna reclaim it, just gonna make workers. I don't know. We'll see. Watch Me Do This doing a tech raid. They have nothing here. They haven't even built the labs yet. They can't stop. This is gonna do some damage. It might slow down their T2 push. Oh, and he's gonna maybe kill this worker. They need a few ticks of their own to defend. Yeah, this was a bit of a mistake from Tessal. He made 7 windmills. That's not the way, sir. You don't start 7 windmills. Now you're gonna lose. I think he lobstered his lane. He should have gone a few windmills and got out a few ticks just to defend or raid. Because now they're harassing, they're killing mexes. They might kill windmills. They might kill this worker. They might just keep this one in the back and be annoying. Yeah, he's gonna come from behind, maybe kill Tiana's mechs. And this is delaying them. This is delaying the T2. It's delaying the Geo. And they are doing metal share, except this guy. And this guy. Alright, so this is strange. Why are they doing the sliders all the way down? If they're the ones that are gonna be teching, right? They should not be doing this. These guys should have the sliders down if they're gonna rush out to hounds. Because right now they don't have enough metals to make a T2 lamp. Interesting. Oh, I missed com bomb. It doesn't look like they got any reclaim. There was some D guns going on. So Immort's commander died. Yeah, Immort's commander died, along with Outlaw Elite's commander. So they did a lab share on this side with Mateko. Tessal, his commander is a bit far back, but he's coming up. He's coming up. Mateko is probably gonna build a bunch of LLTs here, just like Watch Me Do This. But they're gonna be vulnerable to rocket bots and artillery, obviously. So you're gonna need units to defend, not just stationary turrets. They're just like delaying. They are the delaying action. Let's see what the naval guy is doing. He's making riptides. This is a mistake. It's a mistake. It's a waste of metals. He's making a destroyer. This is a waste of metals. I suppose the destroyer can kill this base, like part of it. Can kill some windmills and the mechs, maybe even the lab. But other than that, that's 1k metal he's pouring into one unit. That's kind of useless. Other than this very niche area. Like, he might be able to kill these two mexes as well, but they're not even built yet. And he transported a worker up here. I think amphibious would have been a better choice. Just going for a vehicle lab. Is Nico also gonna go? He's using his commander to reclaim the rocks. Instead of sending Resbot. He could have used his commander to walk to this island instead. Or just gone, you know, here. Or maybe here. And degunned this. Because they have a T2 lab up now. A bit delayed. I've seen it faster if they do a lab share. But no units. They're just upgrading the mexes. Yeah, they're just upgrading the mexes. I would make hounds now, you know. Unfortunately for blue team, they're kind of trolling by making a vehicle by naval lab here. A bit trolling, you know. He made a riptide, he made a supporter, and like, how much metals is this? Oh wait. And the lab itself. That's 2.3k metals. He's only gonna... what range does he have? I mean, he kill a tiny bit here. A tiny bit. 710. I might screw Mateko, but that's it. Tiana's out of range. Tessal is out of range. Autopilot is out of range. Bit of a mistake. Taking the mechs is fine. You could have done the same thing with amphibious cons. Like one of them, who's a vehicle lab, should just make a beaver and send it over to take all these mexes and the island. Because Nico is sure as hell not doing that. He has a bot lab. He's upgrading the geo. He's ecoing, I suppose. Mex is not taken. No, they are now. But these are a lot. There's a lot of mexes here, right? Loads of mexes. On this side. That's 4, 8. That's 11 there, right there. 11 mexes, completely untaken. You can take them with amphibious cons very easily. Mateko's lab is in dire straits. It's about to die. It's a very ambitious lab, I would say. A bit too ambitious. They're struggling against Watch Me Do is very OP frontliner. The destroyer might get degunned if he's not microing it. Might get degunned. Might get degunned. 1k metal down the drain. He missed. Oh, there we go. He did get degunned. Is he gonna make another one? I hope not. For his own sake. He didn't even kill the mexes or the windmills. He just got degunned. It was not worth it. That's very expensive. That's cost as much as a bull. Metal wise, not energy wise. Here we go. One amphibious con. They heard me. They're sending it out. They're gonna take all these mexes. That's high value. You should have done this very early on. Honestly, you know, another amphibious con. That's smart. That's smart. Autopilot sharing mexes now with red. Because he made a vehicle lab. But they have T2. But they're making T1s. Kinda. They should have been spending the metals on this lab instead. You know. And he's making build part. Yeah, they should have been focusing on this. If they just rushed out like 20 hounds, they could have killed mid. Maybe even killed Watch Me Do This' base. But now these guys have teched, right? Happiness has teched. He has his own bot lab. This was a waste. Like the lab share there was a waste. And they don't have an air player. While this guy is gonna bomb again. You know? He's making bombers. It's Armada bombers though, you know? That's 4 Armada bombers. It's not that impressive. Not very impressive. He's going for a T2 naval lab. Interesting. I mean, his mid is holding even against T2s. Even against T2s. The bombers will do some damage because they don't have an air player, and it doesn't look like they have any anti-air. They do actually. They do. This is actually a good anti-air. The Sam side. He might still kill windmills. He might still kill windmills. Yeah, because they can drop the bombs before the anti-air kills them. And it's probably gonna focus the fighters first. Oh yeah, yeah. He's gonna get a decent amount of damage. One anti-air is not enough. Uh-oh, not enough. Uh-oh. A bit tightly packed, these windmills. Is he focus firing? He's going in for the same spot. Is he gonna kill? That was not a lot of damage actually. Barely any windmills. A lot of fighters and bombers just died. But he's ignoring. Is he ignoring? Is he going? No, he's landing. He's landing. Okay. Let's get back to that later when he decides to use them again. They're pushing back. Like, this is a lot in T1s. Something can be said about going a vehicle lab and making a console and reclaiming the lab. Making 1 or 2 consoles, in fact. Reclaiming the lab and making hounds that way. If that's your plan. Because the equals are kind of equal. But blue team's ahead in metal produced. Probably because they have the Latine mixes as well. They are winning the front line now with the hounds. Yeah, you see, he switched into Mausers. Happiness knows. Happiness knows. He's smart. He's smart. He ate his bot lab. No, he didn't. Never mind. He still has a bot lab. Why, dude? Why are you making welders and Mausers at the same time? Reclaim this, please, sir. Reclaim this. You have 3 labs. You have 3 labs, sir. What are you doing? Watch me do this base. He's about to be lobster. He just upgraded his mexes. GG. I'm a Team Outlaw Elite is doing very well. Latine dictum kind of strong when they actually have their players. When they're not massively outnumbered. Yeah, Sheldon's. I don't know if Sheldon's gonna stop this. This is not the right answer. Get some fiends. They're faster to make. Or maybe sumos. He doesn't have that much people. He does. Actually, could maybe make a few mammoths as well. But not fast enough. It's a bit too late, I think. If he did have 1 or 2 mammoths, he could probably stop this. The bombers didn't do any real damage. Yeah, that was a bit of a waste of a bombing run. I suppose he expected it since last time they also got bombed because they didn't have an air player. Yeah, this is gonna get lobstered. He's gonna lose a bit of eco to the hounds. Sheldons are not the answer. They don't have a lot of DPS. Right, they're good harass units. Like, they're good sustain damage. But being fast, they can kite. And they have high fire rate. And the projectiles are fast. So not gonna really miss. Good at being mega annoying. So, there you go. Happiness's lab. One of these labs died. In second lab, it survived. And the Geo blew up. Well, it's not gonna be alive for much longer. 4%. How the tables turn. Having a naval player was not the answer, sirs. As it turns out. And he's spamming platypus over here. 23 platypi. 6k metal worth of units. They're not very strong, but they only have a few LLTs here. Slicer's base finally going for a vehicle lab, but he's not reclaiming these two. Not reclaiming him. Slicer, I would reclaim. I'll reclaim this as well. He's not reclaiming anything. I mean, this is also a mistake. He has 4 labs and he's not reclaiming it. Just like with Happiness. He had 3 labs. He wasn't reclaiming. At least he's not producing in all 4 labs at the same time, which would be a mistake. Don't think he can stop this. Even Blossom switched over to vehicle lab. Going for land army, but I can't. They're not expecting this. They have nothing here. There are no defenses left. No units. The eco has been completely destroyed. They have no. I don't think they can win now. I think their mistake was going naval. I'm almost certain it was a naval mistake. That is painful. And going for a bot lab here. When you're checking late, maybe it's not the answer. Going for a vehicle lab, you can make a console. reclaim the lab and eco, you know, and use the console to make hounds or gunslingers or whatever you want to make. Slicer is dead. He lost his lab. There's a fat boy here. It's fat boy managed to make it all the way over here. Oh yeah. This is it. This is over. Like, they killed them faster than they died last time when they were outnumbered. The Supreme, the Crabbers are getting destroyed. Crabbers are getting destroyed. Latine dictum, very OP apparently. When they're not outnumbered. Sheldon's again. Sheldon's not the answer. Never the answer to any problem. They're good harassment units. Oh, there you go. The best counter to Platypus, Jaguars. Nothing stops Platypus faster than a Jaguar. Oh, Mako switched to air. He's bombing now. Armada bombers though, KW. He's just putting the nail in the coffin with this bombing run. It's doing almost no damage. The counters are surviving 2 bombers. They gotta survive 4? No, not 4, not 4. If these were Cortex bombers, 2 would have been enough. They're still holding on valiantly. That's 26, 27 Sheldons, 11k metal in Sheldons. They do have 77 kills, mostly probably spam. I mean, he's doing a lot of damage. Once you have a ball this big, you can do a decent amount of damage. I would, on the other hand, recommend building these 2, radars and jammers, so you can see further and your shots are accurate, because they give line of sight as well, and the jammer hides your units from their radar. My god, all this reclaim. How much is this? 16k metal, 6.7k metal. This is, oh no, this is why you make radar and jabber, so you can see them before they see you. He lost all his Sheldons. Yes, he has 3 left. He's still making Sheldons on repeat. Oh god, dude. Oh, they resigned. They called GG's. They didn't last as long as Team Latine dictum. No, they are down 2 players because they didn't show up. So they did an 8v6 and it was a stomp. So we let them do a 6v6. They were down for it, you know. GG's, 6v6. Actually not bad. They did lose the strongest player, Master Bell. It's unfortunate. It's down to the 3rd match. This is actually very interesting. This is the first time in the tournament that has reached a 3rd match. In the best of 3, it's always been a stomp, one way or the other, right? Two games usually end very quickly. Even the first game where we gave the Lobster team 50% bonus, they still lost, but they lasted a bit longer. Right? Like yesterday, we had 2 very high OS teams fighting each other, and they lost under 10 minutes. I mean, Ice is very impressive display from Team Latine dictum. No, they're not going 8 players again. They're gonna do a 6v6. And Kyoba says you are allowed to bring players in, but I don't think they're gonna do that. They're gonna be honorable. Be honorable lobsters. Yeah, missing out on 2 commanders is very, very bad. Very bad. Gonna be going into the third match, the first ever third match in the whole tournament. And all the games we played, all the games we watched, and even the other streams, the first ever third match. All right. Right. If they lose this game, they are gonna be completely out of the tournament. So this is the losers bracket. If you lose here, you're done. You're done. You're kicked out. If you win this, you still have a chance to make it to the grand finals and win the whole tournament. The whole tourney. Even if their teammates didn't show up, maybe they can get some subs for future matches if they win this one. Although, watch me do this, team. Team Crabbers might switch up. They might switch up and do something else. Going C was a huge mistake, in my opinion. They got outnumbered, and they went air, and the air raid did almost no damage whatsoever. So they were 4v6 essentially on the front lines. So they lost. They should change the map to the smallest rate. Tessal got 3.93 OS. Jesus! This man more than doubled his OS from winning that one game. Jesus Christ. Can you imagine doubling OS in one game? More than doubled, in fact. Almost tripled, considering he has 2.7 and he gained 4. We're going to the third match soon. We're just waiting for Tessal. He's probably still looking at his ratings, writing it in the private Discord that they have. Maybe they want to take a break. I don't know. All right, they're ready. There we go. Third match coming right up. This is getting very interesting, in fact. You lose this, you're out of the tournament. You win, you still have a chance of getting to the grand finals. This one's for all the baubles, as they say. Let's see if Team Crabbers switches up and goes all front line like they did previously. Going naval is a huge mistake. Although I would not be surprised if Team Latine Dictum goes all front line yet again. And building multiple labs was a huge mistake again. If they just gone vehicle lab and made the Mausers T2 vehicle lab, they could have easily killed all their hounds. In fact, if they kept it to the Isthmus, they could have killed everything there, as long as they could hold the line with the Mausers. The Mausers are so cheap. 270 metals, 4k energy. That's nothing. That is cheaper than a hound. Longer range, more DPS. Not as maneuverable, obviously. Not as much HP. If it gets caught out, it's just gonna die. Nothing can stop it. You can do nothing to stop it, I mean. Another 6v6. Nico going the Geo spot. Slicer going... Slicer, please don't go C again. Your team is gonna lose. Blossom going backline. I'm assuming he's gonna go air again. If Nico goes naval or hovers or amphibious. Front line is gonna be outnumbered 3-6. You know? Yep, he's going there. He's going hovers or amphibious. Blossom, yeah. This is a bad idea from Team Crabbers, I think. Unless his hovers gets through and does a lot of damage. Because these guys are probably going all front line yet again. Same strat. 2 people boosting 1 lab, getting T2 out early, making hounds and killing. Archon mode. Let's do the same, they say, yeah. Hopefully they don't pull the sliders all the way down, slow down their T2s. I wonder if they're strategizing at all, if they're just playing it straight up like a regular Supreme Straight tournament, Supreme Straight match, by having a naval guy and a geo hover guy. It's a bit of a mistake in my opinion. Taking screenshots of his OS peak. Yeah. Both games let small leaks in. Yeah, they need to secure this. See, they're communicating. This team is communicating. I suppose this team might be communicating over Discord in voice chat. Watch me do this. Going for 2 mexes, 4 windmills, and a bot lab. Where is he? They're not gonna do a lab share. No, they're going for their own labs. That's interesting. They are switching it up a bit, a tiny bit. Blossom, on the other hand, is still going for a air lab, so they're gonna be outnumbered on the front lines. Nico is sharing Blossom. I'm assuming for a transport. Slicer going for naval again. Again, yes, this is a mistake. Right? This is a mistake. They're gonna have only 2 people on the front lines, while the one guy techs, one guy is air, one guy is geo, probably hovers. One guy is naval. And watch we do is then Immort gonna be massively outnumbered. Because Tiana is going to go frontline. Mateko and Tesal 100% going frontline. Outlaw Elite probably not going C again. Might go frontline or might just eco. Take the mexes and gift them to this team. To these guys. And these guys are gonna get it housed out at like 4 minutes, you know. So watch me do this and Immort have barely any time to breathe mid. So they're gonna be immediately, essentially 5v2, and Happiness is gonna tech slower because he's only one guy. He doesn't have the same starting metals. He doesn't have the same build power, the same energy as these guys are gonna have, because they're already popping up the geo. While Happiness does not even have his 4th mex. This is his first res bot, you know. He's stalling energy. Well, they have all their mexes. They're making res bots, they're reclaiming. This geo is gonna be finished a lot faster than his. Autopilot should send him some metals. Or maybe not. They still have the bars down. I don't know why they're doing the bars down. He's going Cortex Air this time around though. Which is nice. Which is nice. Will the underdogs win? The under-lobsters? I don't know. I think they're looking really strong right now. I think team Latine Dictum might win. They did have another small leak, but this time around they do have ticks to defend. Starting arm air is troll. You know, trying Armada air is troll. Going Cortex air is much better, obviously, because of the shurikens. The shurikens are so much better, and they're amazing. People go arm air because of the windmills being cheaper. That's the only reason, I think. And everybody spams windmills on Supreme Straight because of the good to high average winds. The wind is not good right now though. Mateko secured mid, but he's not reclaiming it. He's walking his commander back. This is a mistake. He should have his commander here reclaiming, building LLTs. A radar. Tesal not moving up to secure. He's using his commander to build. He should move his commander forward and secure this and send one worker to take the mexes instead. It's a bit of a mistake, a misplay there. So Slicer still going Cortex C, still making a destroyer. Very expensive. This time around, he did not make a frigate though. It's a bit cheaper. Frigate's a mistake. You should know by now. They're gonna ignore C. How about Nico? Nico taking the mexes with his commander. He's probably gonna get this island too. You gotta root for Watch Me do this, because if he passes me, you know us. The clue won't cringe for you. Yeah. Watch me do this. Holding mid, I'm surprised. They let them just take mid. This is the problem of walking your commander back, or not even sending him forward at all. Is that they're gonna lose out on all this reclaim. You could have plopped down a bunch of LLTs. You could have like jockeyed with this commander and fought him a bit. Now they're gonna put pop-ups. They're gonna get the reclaim. You're gonna be a bit behind mid. The only saving grace they have right now is the fact that one of their players went C, one of their players went air, one of their players... Actually, Nico being smart, he's going front line. This is smart. So they are not outnumbered. In fact, they are even right now on the front lines. They're gonna be 3v3 as until Tianer or Autopilot activates. Because Autopilot, see, it's a bit later T2 lab, and he's going for vehicle lab. This is a very interesting choice. They have a T2 lab. They're upgrading mexes. Instead of pouring these metals into upgrading mexes or making T2 units, you're building a T1 lab and making beavers. Okay, bombing run. One Cortex bombing run. Look at that. All those windmills. 2 mexes, 6 windmills, 1 bomber. That's all you need. Cortex bombers OP. He's gonna get this too. This is just converters though. Might kill the worker. Almost killed the worker. This is gonna be a lot better this time around. With a single bomber. Last time he made 4 bombers and a bunch of fighters and did no damage whatsoever. 1 bomber is so much damage. He's gonna kill the mechs. He might kill the build power. No, he didn't, but he did kill the converters. There's no point in converters if you have your slider below your conversion slider. Your sharing slider, you know. He has more bombers here. He's probably gonna go this way and try and kill him. Because you know they're gonna build anti-air on this side, which they have now. Here come the bombers. Fewer bombers, 1 fighter, 2 scouts. This is a much smaller investment from Blossomed. And honestly much smarter as well. Since you know they're not going air. Yeah, you scouted it. They haven't gone air the previous 2 games. Mako is going air now. It's a strange choice to bomb. You could have gone for the eco. Or gone on this side and killed the windmills here. Because Tiana right now I think is acting as the team's battery. Yeah, he's just making eco for his team. He's not doing any fighting. It's a strange choice to rush a T2 lab and not make units. Alright, because now Happiness does have a T2 lab and he is making units. Very, very strange choice. I'm making the second lab here, making a third lab. This is a mistake. This is a mistake. The chances are dwindling right now. Even though one guy went naval. You don't need 3 amphibious con. You could have had one of these guys make an amphibious con to take all these mexes and then this. Instead, this is kind of troll. This is a waste of resources. They could have had a bunch of hounds out fighting. Killing, while this team has their own hounds. Or if you're planning to do this anyway, just make a vehicle lab, reclaim this lab, upgrade your mexes, and use the console to make hounds. Go. The bomber unimpeded, gonna destroy more windmills. Cortex bomber is so good, look at that. If this was an armada bomber, it would not even kill the windmills. In one go. He's getting reclaimed. He's bombing the same spot. He's now, unfortunately, not microing it. This destroyer will get the gun this time around again. Maybe. Oh, here comes Mateko. Is he gonna dig gun? Let's see what's happening on this side. Blossomed is ecoing a bit. He's making some scouts. Fighters, in fact. Slizo switched to vehicle lab, but he's not reclaimed his C lab. Which he should be doing, honestly. Should reclaim. If they want to play a longer game, reclaim it to make your mexes faster. Make a few builders to build for build power. Still no T2 units. There we go. They're the first downs. A huge mistake. Rush. If you're gonna have 2 commanders boosting 1 T2 lab, you should have hounds out. You know? At 4 minutes, you should have hounds. Instead of having hounds at 9 minutes. That's way too late. That's way too late. This guy has hounds now. Huh? And now he's switching into a vehicle lab to make Mausers. Which counter your hounds. What's a mistake? They're gonna lose now. I think they're gonna lose. Oh no, he's switching to T2 lab. Finally, he hasn't upgraded his mexes though. This is another problem. Not sharing, going bot lab and not sharing mexes. T2 cons so you can upgrade the mexes is a bit of a mistake. This is strange. I praised them for playing well last game, but they still made huge mistakes last game, just like they are doing now. But this time around, Nico is fighting on the front lines. And Blossom went Cortex there, so he stopped trolling, so he could actually do proper bombing runs. And Slicer, he made fewer ships, and he didn't let his destroyer get degunned. That's it. He didn't go T2 Devil, which was a huge mistake. He's not gonna lose mid again. And the hounds that they're gonna be making, completely useless. They're going for, oh, there we go. They're going for Platypus again. Exact same strat as last time. They haven't changed anything up this time around. Literally the exact same strat. I don't think this is enough. I think if he makes 20 Platypus again, he could break this and go in here and do some serious damage. But will he have the time? Will he have the time to actually do that? I don't think so. I do not think so. I think they're gonna lose mid here. Uh-oh. Yeah, this was the right choice from Happiness. This time around, he reclaimed his lab. He did not troll. Reclaimed lab, made 10 Mausers. And he's completely destroying. Did not make radar and jam bots, he should have. In my opinion. Very useful. All of this. Jesus, look at this. These Whistlers are all gonna die to the Mausers. They're completely useless now. He should stop spamming Whistlers. He should just go T2. While he still has a chance. Whistlers are completely useless. And Mako is making two lab worth of units at the same time. I suppose they do need some fighters to defend against the Blossom's bombing runs. But mid is gonna die. Mid is gonna die. He's making hounds and fat boys. Fat boys are not a bad choice, except they would die to Mausers. Mausers outrange him. You have to get close enough to the Mausers to kill him, which is unlikely. Alright, they're good against bots. They're good against T1s. Not so good against artillery. Tessal's eco is in the front lines. He has all his eco on the front lines. Mex is not upgraded on this side. On this side, Mexes are upgraded. They're being upgraded. This is upgraded. These are being upgraded. See, Happiness shared. These are all being upgraded. This is upgraded. He went... Okay. He went to T2 lab. He's not reclaiming these 2 labs. He should. That's a lot of metals. He is controlling the island and this land sea mexes. But so is Slicer, so... he's gonna get to upgrade these, or is he gonna straight go for Mausers? 10 Mausers. 10 Mausers. That is good. Now they're upgrading this a bit late. They had to make their own cons. Considering how slow he was, considering that he didn't make units for 5 minutes. For 5 minutes, even though he made this lab 4 minutes into the game. Boosted with his teammate. That's a bit of a mistake in my opinion. If you're gonna delay units, you have to share cons. If you're making units, you don't have to share cons. That's what I think. And losing the front line because of it. If he made units right at the beginning, they could have pushed all the way in, I think, and killed. The problem now is almost the entire blue team is on the front lines now. You have Nico and Slicer switching to vehicle labs and attacking. Whereas these guys, they're still on T1 mexes. They have to spend a bunch of eco to upgrade their mexes before they can make any significant amount of T2 units. And I don't think the platypus did anything. Oh yeah, the platypus did nothing this time around. They got stopped. There were too few platypus, and Nico made a lot of sentry towers, a lot of them. This is enough to stop platypus since they don't have a lot of HP. They're quite fragile. They have built-in anti-air, they hovers, you know. They're okay, but they're not good against fighting anything that fights back, essentially. Just they get countered by anti-spam very easily. This is looking dire. Very, very dire. Eco-wise, blue team has 100 more metal produced. No. No, yeah, they do. 100 more metal per second produced. Because they have all their mexes upgraded. In fact, this guy is making fusions. Look at this. How about Blossomed? What's he doing? He's just making windmills still. How about over here? Still windmills. Okay, see? He's still making converters, but he's not converting any of his energy. Because he has his slider all the way down. His energy slider share. And not his conversion slider, which is above it. So he won't convert anything. It's complete waste. Slicer with the banishers. Oh god, what's their answer to all this? I don't think they do have any answers. Gauntlets from Immort, that's funny. Making one rattlesnake. Yeah, they're just gonna build defenses. One line of defenses, and another line, and another line. Take specs counter to Mausers. Yeah, probably. Or any fast units really that are cheap that can rush him. That's why you need Jaguars to defend the Mausers. But on this side, I don't think he needs anything to defend them other than the medium tanks, which is fine. Immort is still making medium tanks though. He does have T2 eco. He has the T2 upgraded mexes, all of them. But he does not have much energy. That's about it. Oh, what is this? What's pinging? Nothing? Three labs from Mako. Why? Tessal, not a single unit left, and he's going T2. None of his mechs is upgraded. Outlaw Elite is not Outlaw Elite. Who was here? Mateko. Mateko was here. He's dead. He has nothing left. Still has not reclaimed his T2, his T1 labs. He's making a Juno. Oh! Armada bombers, kick W. Will he be able to kill this build power? He's ignoring the build power. He got reclaimed out of the sky. He's getting reclaimed. He got That's funny. That was 3 metals for the enemy team. 145 metals directly to the to Nico. Look at this. I don't think they stand a chance. I think this was a huge misplay from them. A huge misplay. They needed the early aggression. Since they're ignoring sea, they're ignoring both seas, they're ignoring air. They need early aggression to push in, to force the air guy and the sea guy to come frontline and attack. But they did not do that, and they rested on their laurels, and now they're dying for it. The first ever third game though, which is quite impressive that they managed to do this. They're gonna get all this reclaim. It's over. You see how valiantly they can fight. They don't even have any backup eco in the back. Just some windmills. The Geo gets popped. Mako escaping with his commander. He's gonna go to the island and build a new life for himself. He's making amphibious complex. Oh, a bit too late. Mako really likes making extra labs, I've noticed. You don't need that many labs, sir. 1 or 2 is enough usually. What, your primary lab and a T1 bot lab or a air lab. One of those. Usually enough. Unless you have a lot of eco. Then you need bot labs, bunch of them. You need your primary lab, you need a T3 lab, you need air lab. But they don't have that kind of eco, so I don't know why he made 3 labs. Honestly, same here. He has 3 labs too, and Happiness also had 3 labs when they lost. GG, well played. Kyoma is not answering. I thought, is Kyoma speaking even? He's in game, yeah. I mean, they should just resign. It lasted longer than X Factor's team. Even got a 3rd match in. In fact, it lasted much longer. Like, this game is longer than both X Factor teams' games. They should resign. Autopilot doing the same strat, building his own cage so he can die in it. His own death cage. What? He's going. Why, Mako? Why are you going for 2 labs at the same time, sir? You don't have the eco for this. You don't even have the build power. You don't have the build power for that. Yeah, Kyoma's not wrong. Losing on purpose is bannable. That's always manipulation. Yep. Just resign. Autopilot. The refugee is hiding in the camp. He's building anti-air this time around. Tianer and Autopilot, they're gonna start a family up here in the hills. With the workers and their last few soldiers. Making some windmills with the butlers. This is like with the Portuguese royal family left Portugal and just lived in Brazil forever. Except this is in the mountains. The vehicles can't come up here, but the bots, they have enough of them. Actually, these are blitzers, never mind. So they need bots. There you go, there the bots at. Let's walk up here and kill him. Can they hold out? Can they re-eco up here? Rebuild? Will blue team rest on the laurels? And let them rebuild? Drag this game out to 1 hour? Let them have some aphises? You know, leave the computer for a bit. Have some dinner, come back and then fight them. Continue fighting them. Maybe have a 1 bot lab on repeat, sending pawns at them. 1 bot lab on repeat, sending pawns at them. So just give him something to fight while you're eating dinner. I think even that would kill him. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's over. It's over. It's over. Oh, that explosion. The last 2 commanders. Where's Mako? Mako's still trying. Mako went to sea. Mako went to sea. He's not trusting the hills. Mako's still 2 labs. I thought he built seaplanes. He made a mistake, but he can't build seaplanes now because he has too many fighters up here, and he has anglers coming from Mako. JJ's. JJ's. Happiness with the golden cow. Good game. First ever 3rd match, by the way. Much better than X Factor's team, I have to say. Like, seriously. Those guys got mega lobsters within 10 minutes. It is insane. Those guys are... A lot of their players were in fact on the leaderboards. And they lost so quickly. And they have no response. They just played this exact same way and lost. While these guys switched it up a bit and they won. The middle match. They did not last long enough though, the second time. Kinda messed up their play.